Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable the moderator in this session of this agenda and all participants whom I respect. Recently, we have faced pandemic era, but now COVID-19 hasn't been red hot anymore. It is getting better and everything is adapting to pandemic regulation. However, we have to learn from the past experience because it is possible for pandemic to occur in the future. Now, I would like to present some ideas in my paper under title Dorms and COVID-19, Resilient Architecture Approach to Darul Ulum Islamic Boarding School Dormitory Design. The background of this writing is life in a boarding school, especially in dormitory housing, which is identical with shared activities. The issue of the pandemic and the potential of the dormitory environment become a new cluster for the spread of COVID-19 is the background for designing resilient dormitory. This research used resilient architecture approach by Mr. Joko Istiaji and friends, which has 4 principles. Those are recovery, responsive, adaptive, and absorptive. The process of finding the basic idea of dormitory design with a resilient architecture approach is described through the following infographic, starting with the 3 main problems and then use resilient adaptation approach, resulting an idea that is resilient dormitory design for pandemic era. The result has a tagline that is no worry with resilient dormitory. The application of 4 principles are in recovery principle. The applications are having a garden for outdoor activities and have a dorm cooperative for the users. And in responsive principle, the applications are circulation separation and having a garden area. In adaptive principle, the applications are adding hand washing facilities, filter space, and having large communal space. And the last principle is absorptive, which is applied by natural lighting. The first point is separation of circulation inside. Inside, the circulation is divided by 4 according to the different kind of users. There are visitor circulation, employee circulation, KI circulation, and the last is regular user circulation. Every user has different activities and has different potential of spreading virus, so that separation of circulation inside can minimize the potential of dormitory to be the new cluster of spreading of COVID-19. The second point is flexibility in space. The flexibility space is applied in the main building, which has a communal space with parquet pavement, which can be converted into an isoman space when it is needed. The room has a partition wall that can be dismantled. The position of the isoman space is adjacent to the shared bathroom, so that when the isoman space is used, the shared bathroom automatically becomes the bathroom for isoman user. In addition, the convenience of isoman users can be supported by the presence of green space in it. The third point is food security. The availability of land for growing vegetables can be the first point of sustainability. The result of the gardening will initially be used for the personal consumption of dorm users. But if it is exceed, it can be distributed to the surrounding community by selling it. The last point is healthy building with natural lighting. Natural lighting in the main building mass is applied with skylight in several parts to avoid room corridors that lack natural lighting and humidity. In addition to natural lighting, the rooms are designed to have wide openings to create good air circulation. And the conclusion of this presentation is COVID-19 pandemic is not an obstacle in the context of studying and self-study. The impact of the pandemic can be used as a challenge in effort to study in the pesantren environment. Adaptive nature is a solution to start a new life that is responsive to changes during the pandemic. The design of resilient dormitories is expected to be one of the steps to adapt to changes during the pandemic. I think that's all from me. At last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.